Aisha sat on the edge of her bed, staring blankly at the cracked ceiling of her small rented room. The hum of the ceiling fan did little to ease her racing thoughts. In her mid-20s, she should have been thriving, but life felt like an endless maze with no exit. She once had dreams, big ones. Aisha imagined herself working in a tall glass building, managing projects, leading teams. But reality had been different. After graduating, job after job rejected her. Months turned into years and her confidence began to crumble. Every morning, she fought herself just to get out of bed. Simple tasks like bathing, cooking, or even replying to messages felt like heavy chains dragging her down. People around her didn't understand. They only saw laziness. She heard the whispers. She's just wasting her life. Aisha's family had stopped asking about job applications. Her mother's silence hurt more than her words ever did. At home, she felt like a burden. At night, she cried quietly into her pillow, terrified anyone might hear her. Her friends moved on with life. Engagements, weddings, career promotions filled her social media feed. Each smiling photo felt like a dagger. She congratulated them, but behind every "I'm happy for you" was a wave of bitterness she hated herself for feeling. Some days she wandered the streets of the city, aimlessly. The bustling markets, the crowded buses, the noisy roads, they all seemed to mock her stuckness. She'd sit under the shade of a tree, watching people pass, wondering how everyone else seemed to know what they were doing. Financially, she was crumbling. The little savings she had vanished slowly. There were days she went without food, drinking water to fill her stomach. Her clothes grew older, her
Aisha,
slippers worn
take
thin,
this. You can use it.
but pride
No,
wouldn't let
thank
her
you,
beg.
Auntie. I am okay.
Once, a neighbor offered her a cleaner's job. She
Aisha,
declined politely
take
but
this.
spent the
You
rest
can
of the
use it.
night,
No, thank
wondering
you,
why
Auntie.
she
I am
felt too
okay.
ashamed to accept. Was work not work?
Aisha,
Why did
take
failure
this.
weigh so
You can
heavily
use
on
it.
her pride?
No, thank you, Auntie.
Loneliness became her only friend. People she once laughed with now avoided her. They couldn't relate to her silence,
Aisha,
her
take
sadness.
this. You can
She
use it.
became the
No,
quiet
thank you,
girl in the
Auntie. I am
compound.
okay.
Her phone barely rang anymore. Sometimes, she stared at the mirror for long minutes, searching for herself. Who was she? Where did that bright, ambitious girl disappear to? She missed herself more than anyone else did. Depression became her silent battle. She didn't know the word for it, but she knew the feeling. The endless sadness, the heaviness, the feeling of drowning even when breathing. She longed to tell someone, anyone, but words never came. One night, she stood on the balcony, staring at the dark sky. She wondered if life would miss her if she disappeared. Would anyone even notice? Tears slid down her cheeks silently. She wanted to scream but swallowed it. Aisha remembered her late father, then the man who once told her she was destined for greatness. His voice echoed in her mind,
I miss you,
and for the
Papa.
first time in months,
Your
she
laughter
whispered
still
back,
echoes in my heart.
"Baba, I don't know who I am anymore." The next morning, for reasons she couldn't explain, she forced herself to bathe. She cleaned her room. She cooked noodles. These small tasks felt like victories. For the first time, she felt a flicker of something. Maybe, just maybe, she wasn't completely lost. She reached out to an old schoolmate, a girl she hadn't spoken to in years. She typed and deleted the message several times before sending. Hi. I'm struggling. I don't know what to do anymore." To her surprise, the reply came, "Can I come over?" When Zainab came, Aisha cried like a child in her arms. No judgment, no fake advice, just quiet presence. That day, Aisha realized she wasn't as alone as she thought. Zainab didn't have answers, but she reminded her that someone cared. Little by little, Aisha began to heal. Not in giant leaps, but in slow,
It's okay to
painful
feel that
steps.
way.
Zainab
We're all here to
encouraged her to
support
see
each
a
other.
therapist at a community center.
What has our
Talking helped, Understanding
okay
her
to feel that
emotions
way.
gave her power over
We're all
them.
here to support each other.
Slowly, she accepted small jobs writing for local blogs, helping with event setups. Each payment, no matter how little, felt like hope in her hands. The girl who once couldn't get out of bed now took walks in the morning. Life wasn't perfect, and it still wasn't easy, but Aisha no longer felt invisible. She learned to celebrate every small win. She forgave herself for failing, for slowing down. She learned that healing isn't linear, and sometimes just surviving was enough.
Good morning to
Years
you.
later, when people saw her smiling, they envied her strength. But only Aisha knew the battles she fought in
Good
silence.
morning to you.
Her story was no fairy tale, it was survival. And every day she lived, she proved to herself she was enough.